We are now just exactly 100 days away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, ever since the release of the first teaser trailer over at Star Wars Celebration back in April of this year, as well as the second teaser that released over at D23, and of course by Good Morning America, a lot of fans have been very eager and excited for the upcoming third and final trailer of The Rise of Skywalker that is all set and ready for release this October of 2019. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the actual shot descriptions of the upcoming trailer of Episode 9, this is where things begin to get very intriguing for this movie. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is said to be standing inside of a strange cave, where she is said to be holding a red triangular device that is to be Palpatine's holocron in the film. It's described that as Rey holds the holocron, dialogue of Palpatine by Ian McDiarmid begins to play over the shot, talking about the true nature of the dark side, where Rey is staring into the holocron. The scenery is said to be based in some kind of ancient Sith ruins for Rey, as she holds the holocron. The next describes a scene in which Kylo Ren is said to be standing in front of the remains of Darth Vader's TIE Advanced Fighter, being lifted up by some kind of cranes by the First Order, where most of the ship is said to be damaged with an entire wing missing, where the ship appears to be rusted and discolored. As the shot plays, a new version of Kylo's theme begins to play where Vader's breathing is heard in the distance. Another goes over a sequence in which Luke Skywalker is said to be far younger when he appears to be meditating on a levitating boulder in front of his Jedi training temple. As this happens, the voices of Anakin, Kenobi, and Yoda are heard in the background. So let's go over a couple of parts about this and why this seems like a very intriguing part of Episode 9. Now, the one piece that I think is really going to impress a lot of fans out there is, of course, the use of holocrons. Now, it really seems like that Disney and Lucasfilm, they're really trying to make holocrons very much familiar. They're trying to boost the familiarity of these devices in the Star Wars universe, pretty much on the same level as lightsabers. So, the holocron is said to belong to Palpatine somehow, some way. Rey recovered it from the leaks that we have gone over. She gets it from Luke Skywalker's hut on Ahch-To during the events of The Last Jedi, and that Luke had it all along. So, this actual holocron is said to be intertwined with dialogue that plays over the shot by Ian McDiarmid as Palpatine, talking about the true nature of the dark side. So, once again, like I say, Palpatine is going to be a main focus in this movie. He's not going to be a cameo. He's not going to be a side character. He is back, alive and well, in some way, shape, or form. And that's exactly what they're trying to do in order to really end the sequel trilogy in a good light. Now, on top of all of this, the other piece that also really excites me involves the sequence in which we have Kylo Ren standing in front of the remains of Darth Vader's TIE Advanced Fighter being lifted up from the ground on some strange world. Now, this is a very interesting part because we never really know what happened to, or we never really knew what happened to, Vader's TIE Advanced Fighter. We never really got the full answer to that. Now, sure, the comics out there explored a part of that story and even hinted at where it may have gone or what may have happened to that ship. However, in Episode 9, the ship lives on, and the legacy of Vader, another piece of Darth Vader's legacy, I must add, is actually continuing on forward. So, this is actually said to be the ship that's actually mostly broken, where it's all discolored and rusted, an entire wing is missing, and that to me I think is going to be a great piece of nostalgia to Star Wars A New Hope. Again, like I say, this movie's going to have a lot of callbacks to, the originals and the prequels. We got a prime example of the original trilogy callbacks in the first teaser trailer when we got to see the Death Star wreckage. And now we're going to see Darth Vader's TIE Advanced Fighter being recovered by Kylo Ren himself. And it really makes one wonder, is Kylo Ren going to do anything with this ship? Is he going to quite possibly repair it or, maybe even modify it and make it his own? That would be a very interesting side of the story. I'm going to go ahead and say that I would really doubt that his TIE Advanced Fighter would even be a major part of the movie, but I really do believe that this is going to be a nice little callback to Star Wars A New Hope, just showing fans that that ship is still somewhere somewhat still in one piece, somewhat, just somewhere over in the galaxy that Kylo Ren recovers and is able to really just examine and realize that this once belonged to his grandfather, Darth Vader. And that, to me, I think is going to be a very interesting part of Episode 9, is to see all the different relics and the artifacts and all the callbacks to the prequels and the originals and how that's really all going to be utilized in Episode 9. I think is really going to surprise a lot of fans out there. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.